Hi guys, welcome to Mala's Verse. Welcome if you're new here, welcome if you have been here before. Thank you so much for joining me in today's reading. So, today's reading is going to be for the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. And Sagittarius, before we get into your reading, take a few deep breaths, breathe out through your mouth. All right, Sagittarius, your message is actually very straightforward here. We have the Hermit card for you, and basically you have to, if I sum it up shortly in just the first minute, you have to look at how far you have come, dear Sagittarius, how many different terrains of life and reality you have essentially. Wow, I don't know, very different words are coming through, but essentially how many mountains you've summited, how many challenges you've gone through, how many different types of people and landscapes when it comes to landscape of our life that you have experienced and moved through. So that's the main message here. There is essentially a strong push from the universe to go deep within and acknowledge the journey you've had thus far and how far you've come specifically. So we have again the Six of Pentacles is showing up for everybody almost. We have the Six of Pentacles, and in the bottom deck energy. Then we have the Knight of Emotions, which is the Knight of Cups. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles, and then we have the Emperor. So before the Six of Pentacles, we do have the Page of Cups as well, the Page of Emotions, which is, and from a page you are going to a knight with six in between. So there's a harmonious shift essentially, going from your page to this knight energy. I do perceive that you started aligning your heart and mind in some way, shape, or form, Sagittarius. And this is again a journey that was very nourishing, very harmonious. And of course, I feel like it was in baby steps. And if I don't even consider this emotionally, with the Six of Pentacles, a major thing that came through was, you worked in places where there was unequal pay, or something around pay not being. Essentially your services or whatever job you were doing, if you were not being remunerated or financially compensated for it in a rightful manner. And still, with the Knight of Cups, you did not lose your charm, or you did not even lose your interest or your desire to genuinely show up emotionally, especially for others, because specifically for others, because we do have the Ten of Pentacles here after the Knight of Cups. So I do perceive that you are a person who's very community oriented, or orientated, if that's the word. Is it oriented? I think community oriented. And you really want to support your community. And even though you've been in places where there was some sort of discrimination, especially materially, maybe there was no due credit given to you, it's not just about money, you still didn't lose your desire, your charm. It's these two words are coming through strongly, and your wits about you as well. And you have continued that soul energy, or your soul's energy, to be of contribution to your community, and in a very grounded way, especially with the Ten of Pentacles. Very, very grounded. It's not at all airy. It's not airy fairy energy. It's not ungrounded. It's not coming from the ego as well. It's very grounded is what I'm feeling here, and especially coming from the heart center with the Knight of Cups here. um and then we have the Emperor, which tells me that you are currently in a state where you probably maybe have some hold, some position, or you do know that people respect you with the Emperor card here. But more so than that, I do perceive, if we have a lot of small figures here, I do perceive that you have dealt with a lot of people, very different kinds of people in your work life, in your life in general. But this is more so coming through for your work life as well, or how your career has been. So this very well with the Page of Cups could be from early college years to your school, or high school time, and from school, your school time, to coming to an emperor energy, a self, more so a self actualized energy. So a period of, decades is what I'm getting here. And the kinds of people, there are different kinds of people, and a very variety of people that you've dealt with. And I know everyone deals with a lot of people, but this is more so, again, not a blanket statement, but more so that's more often the case. But what I'm trying to say here is, you're dealing with people, or your social energy, or the way you socialize with people, or what you've learned socially as well, has been a big chunk of your inner wisdom. The way people have acted around you, you have acted around people, what has that resulted in, what kind of relationships have these things built, what kind of emotional intelligence did you have at a certain point, how did your emotional intelligence advance in the past, all of these things, and how it has contributed to your inner wisdom here with the hermit card. That's something you really need to acknowledge, Sagittarius. You have to acknowledge how far you have come, especially with, how this hermit card is actually being presented in a desert. What I'm receiving is, how many times you've walked the path alone, even though you were surrounded by people, and still that did not, curb, or did not curb, but that did not break your desire to be of service to the community, to the community around you, or just in general to humans, and especially emotionally. It's like, I do perceive, in fact, that you may have realized even better how much important, or how, wow, how important it is to be of support to those around you, to be kind in your demeanor, to be compassionate. And I'm also receiving the word cooperative, so you have some, but become someone who's more cooperative. And it's been a long journey. We do have pentacles and water energy, and we just have the emperor as the fire energy here. So I do perceive that, it's been a long journey. And anyway, we have the hermit too, and just look at the card itself. It's been a long journey. And please, universe is asking you, please acknowledge, Sagittarius, how far you have come, what the kinds of people you've dealt with, and how much that has contributed to your own wisdom. It has matured you as not just a person, but your soul as well. It has advanced your soul as well, to a degree that you may not realize. And that's something your higher self, your spirit guides, want you to acknowledge, Sagittarius. So, Sagittarius, that's all that I have for you. Thank you so much for joining. I hope that this was helpful in some way, shape, or form. Do share your thoughts in the comment section below. Do like, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you again so much for joining, and I hope to see you in future readings. Bye bye.